I'm Sheri Melander-Smith, and you're watching Living Forward. The goal of Living Forward is to talk about issues that help others live the very best life possible after the onset of a disability or chronic illness. Today we have a very, very special guest. Dr. Sharon Bertrand, who's a researcher, author, and founder of the Heal Into Life initiative, is here. Hi, Sharon. Welcome to our show.
Hi, Sheri. Thank you.
So nice to have you.
Thank you.
So tell me about the Heal Into Life initiative. Where did the concept come from?
Well, Heal Into Life came out of my own personal experience with facing a chronic illness, and I have learned that many things happen when you have a chronic illness that change your life, that take it places that you never ever thought that it would go. If you'd write a script for your life, it would not include chronic illness.
Absolutely.
And once you have that, you learn, you know, sort of maybe tricks of the trade, if you will, about how to live well and how to take advantage of all the things that come your way. And so I thought that it would be really maybe a helpful thing to have a website where people can go and learn, you know, what is it that I have found to be helpful and what have others learned, and we can all work together.
I know tonight is the premiere of Sharon disclosing her personal story, and I'm so pleased that you decided to do it on our show. So can you just bring me back to what happened and how you found yourself to be in a situation where you were faced with a chronic illness?
So back in about 1993-ish, I was a hospital administrator and living my life, had a 2.5-year-old son and my husband, and found out that I had multiple sclerosis, otherwise known as MS, which is it can be a devastating illness. And having had a background as a nurse, as soon as I heard the words multiple sclerosis, I knew what that meant. I knew I'd seen people with it. I knew exactly how to live into that, how, you know, what that was maybe going to look like for me. And so rather than saying I'm not going to go there, I'm not going to be ill, I'm going to be healthy, I, just sort of let the world be as it was going to be. And I would have 4 MS attacks a year, like clockwork. You could almost count on them happening. Many times I was a patient in my own hospital. I would call myself the quality control tester.
Oh, interesting.
And I was really sick. I was in my bed or very close to it for about 9 years, which was a very long time.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But looking at you now, obviously, you are healed and you're very healthy and living a very active life. So what happened? Tell me about what happened in the process of finding one day thinking and knowing you have MS to going through the process of healing into your life.
Not that I was counting or anything, but July 30th, 2005, I was having a really bad day. I was not only having an MS attack, but I was also having chest pain. And not the kind of chest pain that you would go to the hospital for, because there is that. There's chest pain and you call 911, but I knew that it wasn't quite that. I really want to make that point for your viewers. And I knew that from much of my experience facilitating renewing life groups, which we could talk about another time, that I had a choice right there. I could either live into my imagined future, and by imagined future I mean what could possibly happen. If I called my doctor, I would go to the ICU, or I could stay current in this exact moment and maybe distract myself, like do something that I like to do rather than just lie on the sofa saying, oh, look, I have chest pain, oh, I'm having an MS attack, all of those kinds of things. So I called my neighbor and I said, hey, want to go weed? Weeding is fun for me. I love to weed. And so
gardening can be a big joy for a lot of people.
It really can be. It takes your mind off of other things that are going on in your life. So I got my little wheel cart and I got on it, and my neighbor sat and talked to me for a while, and I weeded my garden, and then I did a little, nope, still got all of that, so let's get to your garden, Marilyn. And she said, okay. So we went to her garden and we weeded for 4 or 5 hours, and I came in the house, and it was I was better. The chest pain was gone, no more MS symptoms. And so I believe that I changed my mind. And new science would say that, in fact, our body biology aligns with our beliefs, and so I in fact could do that, and as a nurse and a hospital administrator I needed to hear that. But I think that beyond that, what was really driving my ability to make that change was that I had something I really wanted to do that was really important to me. My son was in Norway visiting his godmother, and my husband and I were going to go meet him there, and I hadn't seen my girlfriend in years, and I wanted to go, and I knew that if I lived into my future of that ICU, I would not be going to Norway, and I was not going to be left behind. And I think it came to that of just, I am determined and I'm going, and I don't mean mind over matter, because I think that we discount ourselves when we say that.
Absolutely. And I can really relate to that and understand how the power of making a choice, choosing to live, like my personal philosophy is that we can choose to live our very best life possible. And that sounds exactly like what you did.
It is.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Sharon.
much for being a guest on my show today. I really appreciate having you.
Thank you, Sharon.
Dr. Sharon Bertrand will be with us next month, and she's going to be discussing some of the different techniques used to heal herself and the other transitional, is that what you call it, transcendental medicine or Eastern philosophy medicine?
Or we could call it just New Age science, quantum physics. That's what people like Deepak Chopra and Bruce Lipton with the biology belief is talking about.
Right. So stay tuned for next month, and we'll be talking more about that. So that's our show for tonight. Thank you for watching.